Pride of Hiigara. This is Captain Soban of the fleet, Farron Shah. Looks like you could use a hand. Attention all Sobani, pick your targets and engage.
Hello everyone, this is Captain Soban. Welcome aboard the Starship and Normal Prize for another episode of Homeworld Simplex Ship Showcase Series. Okay, so, in this episode, my brain went blank for a moment. In this episode, we are going to be taking a look at all of the, not carriers, Corvettes that you can build on the Hiigaran side. So, without further ado, let's get right into it. Oh, actually, before we actually begin, I do have a quick announcement that I want to make for you guys. I'm changing up the channel a little bit. What I want to do is I'm going to focus primarily on 3 different series. The Homeworld Hardcore mod that we're doing the Homeworld 1 playthrough with, this series, and Star Wheeler. The main reason why is because I've really been in the mood to play those 3 games. I haven't really been in the mood to do construction games. In fact, it's possible I might move that to the other channel. I haven't actually figured out if I wanted to or not, because I'm usually I go in my moods for things. Sometimes I'm in the mood for an RTS, sometimes I'm in the mood for an exploration game, sometimes I'm in the mood for a construction game. It just kind of depends. Plus, I kind of want to get that channel a little bit more active, because there are games I want to play, but I need to actually make that a little bit more active. Anyways, just to let you guys know, in case you are wondering why there hasn't been any Space Engineers or Emporion Galactic Survival on this channel, it's kind of for that reason. I just haven't really been in the mood to play those type of games. I've been in the mood for space games and modding, so I've been doing a lot of that recently. But anyways, let's actually get into the video. Let's take a look at the this is a mine layer Corvette. That is not the first ship that you can build. We need the gunship squadron, which is
Copy.
this guy over here. Okay, so this is the Kushan Gunship, the first ship you can build. It's kind of similar to the normal gunship from Homeworld 2, but let's go ahead and read about it. So, gunship, basic Corvette squadron equipped with 2 kinetic turrets, so one on top, one on bottom, and it is a Corvette, obviously. Costs 600 RUs, takes 45 seconds to build, costs 11 RUs per maintenance per year. Very cheap and strong versus fighters and Corvettes. I would say probably more fighters, maybe like lightly armored Corvettes like other gunships, but I wouldn't put them up against like heavy Corvettes. And it requires Corvette facility to construct and 6 crew members, because each one of these ships take 2 crew members because they are Corvettes. They're not fighters. But I always find the difference between fighters and Corvettes in these games as fighters are just, they have a pilot in a ship, where Corvettes is actually a multi-man crew. So you probably have one guy controlling the turrets, one guy doing the navigation, one guy controlling the engine and whatnot. But these guys only take 2. Probably because they're very simple Corvettes. Okay, and the next one we have are the Pulsar Gunships. Which Pulsar Gunships are kind of the same from the original game. I think they only have 1 turret as well. Let's go ahead and read about them. So, Pulsar Gunship. Pulsar Corvette Squadron equipped with 1 Pulsar laser turret. Type Corvette. Costs 700 RUs, a little bit more than the gunship. 55 seconds to build compared to 45. Maintenance cost is 12 RUs per year, so 1 more on the maintenance cost. Strong versus Corvettes and probably lightly armored frigates. Now, these are your main ships to be using against other Corvettes. So they could probably take down like maybe ion cannon frigates in a large group, but don't put them up against like flak frigates or something like that. They will die quickly because they're not really designed to fight types of ships that are good against Corvettes. Prerequisites: Corvette facility, research station, so you have to have your research level 1 going, and then research Pulsar technology, and then have 6 crew members available to occupy all of the slots for these guys. But yeah, that's the Pulsar gunship. Basically, just treat these the same way you would in Homeworld 2. I would use these against squadrons of other Corvettes. Alright, and next we have a Torpedo Gunship. Where is the Torpedo Gunship?
Standing by.
What? Torpedo Gunship. It looks like we have a large turret on the top and a bunch of torpedoes on the bottom. Cool. Possible I might actually make this our thumbnail. Because this one is unique to the mod. This is the first time I've seen something like this. Let's go ahead and read about it. Description. Torpedo Corvette Squadron can shoot fighters and corvettes when its torpedoes are upgraded, although the accuracy is questionable. Equipped with 4 incendiary torpedo launchers. Nice. And then a kinetic turret on top to defend itself. So that means these are the opposite of torpedo frigates, where torpedo frigates start off as being very effective against fighters and corvettes, and then they can be upgraded so their turrets or their torpedoes don't split into 4, making them more effective against frigates. These guys are the opposite. They automatically start effective against frigates and capital ships, but then they become more effective against fighters and corvettes when upgraded. I'm assuming what happens is the missiles increase their speed, so they can chase down fighters and corvettes. But if they hit, they probably do a devastating amount of damage to them if they're already effective against frigates and capital ships. So, interesting. So type, obviously Corvette, cost 800 RUs, build time 65 seconds, so 10 more than the Pulsar Gunship. Maintenance cost 13 RUs, so 1 more than the Pulsar. Strong versus frigates and capital ships, and fighters and corvettes when upgraded. Requires a Corvette facility and requires a research station. Oh, this just requires a research station to be built. This one requires the research division on the research station. Okay. Interesting. Good to know. And then need a torpedo technology research in order to unlock it, and 6 crew members. Not bad. Not bad at all. I like the kinetic cannon on top to protect it from biters. A little bit of defensive capability on it. Alright, next we have the Plasma Gunship, which I believe was from Complex.
Roger.
Go. I believe, if I remember, these are our main anti-capital ship Corvette class ships. So we have the plasma bomb launchers over here, and we have another thing up here. That's another plasma bomb launcher. Anyways, let's read about it. Plasma Gunship. Gunship, not Gumship. We're not talking about Gumshoe here from Phoenix, right? Plasma Corvette Squadron equipped with 2 plasma cannons and a rapid missile turret. So this is a missile turret on top. Interesting. Type Corvette, costs 800 RUs, so the same as the Torpedo Gunship. Build time 65 seconds, again the same as the Torpedo one. Maintenance cost 13 RUs per year, the same. Strong versus frigates and capital ships. I wonder what makes these two different. Requires Corvette facility and need the research station with a research division built on it, and plasma technology researched, and 6 crew members. What's the difference between these two? Let's see, damage-wise, this one is a lot less.
Standing by.
And this also has a lot more armor. So this one is probably, I would say, more effective against frigates, where these guys would be more effective against capital ships because of all the plasma bombs they have. They could probably, not disable the subsystems, but they could probably do a decent amount of damage to an actual capital ship. For this guy over here, I would imagine, would be good against frigate-class ships, and then when you upgrade their torpedoes to, I'm assuming, move faster, it would be more effective against corvettes. So this will be a Corvette frigate killer if it's upgraded. If not, it would be I would focus this probably on frigates. Okay, we have the classic Mine Layer Corvette, which is actually what I started this video with. Go ahead and read about it. Utility Corvette can deploy mines as a special action using the N key, and equipped with 1 kinetic turret, which is down here, and comes with an anti-frigate, anti-capital ship mine deployment system and a mine sweeper system. So this means it has some sort of defense against fighters to protect itself, which is different than the original. The original only had the mine deployment system. It also comes with an ability to destroy mines on its own, so you can use this guy to go to an enemy minefield and clear it out for your capital ships. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Type Corvette. Cost 800 RUs, so the same as the other ones. Build 60 seconds, so a little bit faster than the Plasma and Torpedo. Maintenance costs 6 RUs, which makes sense because it's only one ship compared to 3. Strong versus capital ships. Prerequisites: Corvette facility. You need your research station with the science division on it, so the same as these guys up here. Mine laying technology, and you need 3 crew members. I'm assuming you would have 1 for piloting, 1 for managing the mine system, and probably 1 for handling the this thing here, the kinetic turret. That would be my idea. And then next we have one of my favorite Corvettes in Complex. This one has been moved over from Complex. Let's see the mine laying one, or not mine laying, the minigun.
Copy.
I don't know, I really enjoy this because this reminds me of a multi-gun Corvette. It had so many turrets protecting itself. Let's go ahead and read it. Read about it. Minigun. Advanced Corvette Squadron equipped with 4 kinetic turrets. Anti-frigate Corvette automatic mine deployment system when upgraded. Okay. It comes with a fast-moving mine deployment system. Nice. And a mine sweeper system. So these guys can also be used to clear out a mine path for your capital ships. And let's see, it costs 900 RUs, so this is a little bit more expensive than the mine layer and plasma gunship. Takes 65 seconds to build, so the same as these guys. Costs 16 RUs per year, which makes sense. It's an advanced Corvette squadron, so it's going to have a little bit more fancier technology, so it's going to require a little bit more to maintain it. And strong versus fighters and corvettes because of the kinetic cannons. I would probably put this more in anti-fighter duty than anti-corvette. It might be able to handle like gunships and whatnot because it does have a lot of hull. But I would lean this more towards taking out like bombers and interceptors and stuff like that. I would do primarily anti-fighter, but anti-corvette if it can win the match. Like if it's not going against things that are good against corvettes. So like Pulsar Gun Ships, don't use these against those. It'll die. And then takes 9 crew members. Or, I skipped things. Never mind. Prerequisites. Corvette facility, research station with the science division, minigun technology, and 9 crew members. Makes sense for... I would probably buff this up to 12, just because how many guns that they need to maintain. Do 4 per ship. But yeah, pretty cool. And next we have the Howitzer Gunship, which I actually don't remember much about this one. I don't actually remember this was in Complex. Doesn't sound familiar. I think this is unique to this mod too. Oh, it's definitely unique to this mod. I would remember a gun like that if I played Complex a lot. Let's see what this guy's all about. So Howitzer Gunship. Howitzer Corvette Squadron capable of dealing area damage at a long distance, equipped with 1 precision-guided howitzer and 1 kinetic turret. So it's basically a flak cannon. It does AoE damage around certain radiuses of things. Okay. Type Corvette. Cost 1,000 RUs, so it's the most expensive one so far. Costs 65 seconds to build, so it's actually the same as a minigun Corvette. Interesting. Maintenance 17 RUs per year, so a little bit more than the minigun. Strong versus capital ships. Okay. So this is... Never mind, I think I'm actually reading this wrong. So capable of dealing area damage at a long distance. So this might be the artillery Corvette. Okay. Interesting. Yeah, that would make sense because we don't need a flat Corvette. We have the minigun Corvette. Okay. It has 1 kinetic cannon down here to protect itself. The prerequisites: Corvette facility, research station with a science division on it, howitzer technology, and 9 crew members. Alright. Pretty cool ship. Alright, and next we have the Mechagons, which I do remember from Complex. Let's see where they are. We need
Reporting.
Pulsar Mechagon. So we have 2 pulsars on top, 2 pulsars on bottom, 2 kinetic cannons on the left, 2 kinetic cannons on bottom or on right. Cool. So Pulsar Mechagon. Assault Corvette squadron equipped with 4 kinetic turrets and 2 heavy Pulsar laser turrets. Damage you do 385. Okay. So if it costs 1,000 RUs, takes 75 seconds to build, so it's the longest building Corvette that we've seen so far. Costs 18 on maintenance. Not bad. Strong versus fighters, corvettes, and frigates. I believe that. It's got the defenses, or the secondary guns to take care of the fighters. It's obviously got the pulsar guns to take care of the corvettes. And with all that firepower going around, it should be able to handle, like, lightly defended frigates. So, like, ion cannon frigates, marine frigates, or infiltrator frigates, like stuff like that. Flak frigate, maybe. It might be able to handle the flak frigate. It may have enough health to survive all the flak that it's going to be hit by. Torpedo frigate, no. Will not be able to handle torpedo frigate or assault frigates because they're designed to kill corvettes. Anyways, let's see. What are the requirements? So prerequisites is Corvette Facility, Research Division, and Engineering Division. So you have to have level 3 Research Tech in order to build these guys. Pulsar Mechagon Technology, and 9 crew members. I would actually boost that up to 12. With this many guns, I would assume it would take 4 crew members to man all this. Maybe even more, but that's just me being just observant. I understand they kept it at 9 because they wanted to keep all the Corvettes synced. But cool. And then last we have the Ion Mechagon, which is pretty much the same. Yeah, because I remember these. This is pretty much the same as the Pulsar Mechagon, except the Pulsar lasers have been swapped out for ions. Let's go ahead and read about it. So, Ion Corvette Squadron equipped with 4 kinetic turrets and 2 ion turrets. Costs 1,200 RUs. Makes sense, it's the most expensive. Build time 80, so a little bit longer than the Pulsars. Maintenance costs 18, same as the Pulsars. That should probably be 19 or 20. Strong versus frigates and capital ships. I would also say fighters, because I would say fighters and capital ships. Because it's got the kinetic turrets to defend itself from fighters, and then the ion turrets to fight capital ships. Prerequisites: Corvette Facility, Research Station. It requires a Research Station of Engineering Division to unlock, and the Ion Mechagon Technology researched, as well as 9 crew members. I would actually boost these things to 12. I think because of how advanced these ships are, they're going to require multiple crew in order to man everything. So I would have 1 for these turrets, 2 for this guy, 3 for the main ions, 4 for the navigator. Yeah, so 4 would be plenty. So this would require 12 if I was modding this the way I wanted it to. I've been playing a lot with Homeworld mods, so now every time I see something, I'm like, this should be higher, this should be lower. But yeah, this guy would be used for anti-fighter defense, defending a fleet against anti-fighter, and then attacking with the ions. So attacking capital ships with the ion cannons. But yeah, it's the Ion Mechagon, and that is all of the Corvettes in the the Hiigaran side on Homeworld Simplex. So next episode, we're going to take a look at all the frigates. There are honestly not a whole lot of frigates on the Hiigaran side. About probably the same as the as Complex, but we'll take a look at them anyways, because I'm going to be doing that for all the factions. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoy this. Please leave a like if you did. If you like what I do, consider subscribing. If you want to check out more of me, I do have other channel in the video description that I am going to start recording stuff for and uploading to that channel. Because there have been a couple games I've been wanting to play, and the only way I could force myself to play those games is actually recording it. Because I don't know, it's, to me, I get more into a game if I record it as a series than play it by myself, so I don't know. I think my brain is just slowly falling apart. But anyways, guys, I hope you enjoy this, and I'll check you guys out in the next video. Until then, this is Captain Soban signing out.
The Faker have arrived. Emergency hyperspace procedures initiated. The mothership must survive.